Welcome, dreamer, to Evernight Stories, where night whispers become stories, and stories become dreams. Take a deep breath, and let's wander together into the quiet. You stand before the heavy stone doorway, its surface cool and still beneath your hand. When you push it open, the sound is low and muted, quickly absorbed by the space beyond. Inside, the air is calm and cold, in a gentle way, not sharp, not uncomfortable. It carries the quiet of old stone, of walls that have been standing long enough to forget the passage of time. Your footsteps echo briefly as you enter, then soften, fading into silence almost immediately. The sound does not linger. It arrives, then disappears, leaving the space unchanged. You pause, allowing your eyes to adjust to the dimness. The interior is wide and simple. Stone arches rise slowly upward, disappearing into shadow. There are no voices here, no movement. Only stillness, patient and complete. You breathe in. The air feels cool as it enters, steady and clean. And as you breathe out, the space seems to open a little more, as though it is making room for you. In and out. The quiet does not feel empty. It feels held, as if the stone itself is listening, without judgment, without expectation. Your presence does not disturb anything. The space remains calm, unchanged by your arrival. You are not observed. You are not measured. You are simply here. As your breathing settles, you notice a faint warmth ahead. Not bright, not flickering, just a small, steady glow resting in the distance. It draws no attention to itself. It waits. The echo of your breath softens, blending into the still air. Even the sense of time begins to loosen, stretching gently, becoming less defined. You take another slow breath. Your shoulders ease. Your jaw softens. Your body responds naturally to the quiet. Ahead, within the vast calm of stone and shadow, the single flame continues to burn, steady, patient, as if it has been waiting for this moment of rest. You begin to move forward, slowly, your steps measured and quiet against the stone floor. Each movement feels deliberate, not because you are trying to be careful, but because the space itself invites calm. The candle stands alone near the center of the room. Its flame is small, steady, and unhurried. It does not flicker dramatically. It simply burns, patient and contained. Warm light spreads outward in a gentle circle, touching the stone around it. The walls receive the glow without resistance, holding it softly, reflecting it back in muted tones. Shadows form and settle, slow and deep, never sharp. You stop at a comfortable distance. There is no need to move closer. The warmth reaches you already. You breathe in. The air carries a faint warmth now, mixed with the coolness of the stone. It feels balanced, calm. As you breathe out, your chest loosens, and the space around you seems to breathe as well. In and out. The flame moves slightly with the air, responding without effort. Its rhythm is subtle, almost imperceptible, yet steady enough to follow. You notice how your own breathing begins to match it naturally, slowing without instruction. The candle does not represent anything you need to understand. It does not ask for belief. It simply exists, offering light without condition. You notice the way the flame illuminates the texture of the stone floor. Small variations, worn smooth by time. Nothing here is new. Nothing here is fragile. The walls have held silence for a long time. They are familiar with stillness. They do not react to your presence. They remain solid, calm, and unmoving. Your shoulders soften as you stand there. The tension you carried in without noticing begins to release, slowly and quietly. There is no sudden shift, just a gradual settling. Breathe again, in and out, longer now. The light from the candle feels warmer with each breath, not because it grows stronger, but because you are allowing it to reach you. Your body recognizes the safety of the space, responding in its own time. The flame continues its quiet work, burning without urgency, without purpose, beyond its own steady presence. It does not hurry toward an end. It does not resist the passing of time. You realize there is nothing you need to do here. Nothing to hold, nothing to prepare. The room remains wide and open, yet it feels close, contained, like a shelter made of calm rather than walls. The candle's glow anchors the space, giving it a gentle center. Your breathing deepens again, naturally, in and out. The flame and your breath move together now, both slow, both steady, both unconcerned with anything beyond this moment. The space feels settled, complete, and as the light continues to rest against the stone, the quiet grows deeper, inviting you to remain exactly where you are. You remain standing in the quiet, allowing the space to continue unfolding around you at its own pace. The stone walls hold the air gently, as if they have learned how to listen over many years of silence. Every sound here arrives softly and leaves just as gently, without disturbance. Even your breathing feels different, slower, deeper, more present. You breathe in. The sound is faint, barely audible, yet it travels outward, touching the stone before dissolving completely. There is a subtle echo, not sharp or startling, but rounded and calm, like a ripple fading across still water. In and out. As you breathe out, the echo fades, leaving the space exactly as it was before. Nothing lingers, nothing accumulates. The stone does not store tension. It does not hold on to what passes through it. Each breath is received, then released. You notice how the rhythm of your breathing begins to widen. The pause between inhale and exhale stretches slightly, unforced. Your body settles into that space with ease. In and out. The candle's flame responds almost imperceptibly, moving just enough to reflect the change in air. Its light trembles once, then returns to stillness. There is no urgency in its movement, no reaction beyond gentle acknowledgement. The echo of your presence grows quieter now. Your footsteps no longer announce themselves. Your breathing blends into the background, becoming part of the space rather than something separate. Stone arches rise above you, unseen but felt. They create a sense of openness without exposure, of height without pressure. The ceiling holds the quiet the way the ground holds your weight, steadily, without effort. You feel your awareness shift inward, slowly and naturally. Thoughts that once moved quickly now drift at the edges, losing their shape. There is no need to follow them. They fade on their own. Breathe again, in and out. The echo grows softer still, almost non-existent. Your breath no longer needs to be heard, to be felt. It moves within you, steady and warm, while the space remains calm and unchanged. The stone seems to offer a quiet kind of support. Not guidance, not instruction, just present. Your chest rises and falls in a slow, even rhythm. Your shoulders remain loose. Your jaw stays relaxed. The candle continues to burn nearby, its flame steady, its light unchained. It does not compete with the quiet, it complements it. You are aware now mostly of sensation rather than thought. the coolness of the air as it enters, the warmth that follows as it leaves, the steady ground beneath your feet, in and out. Each breath feels complete on its own. There is no need to prepare for the next one. It arrives naturally, exactly when it should. The echo has almost fully disappeared. Sound gives way to stillness. Movement gives way to rest. You remain held in this balance between breath and silence, between warmth and cool stone, as the space gently invites you deeper into calm without asking anything in return. You remain where you are, allowing the quiet to settle even further, as though the space itself is slowly lowering its voice. The candle continues to burn nearby, its flame steady and contained. It does not reach outward. It does not ask to be watched. Its presence is gentle, constant, and enough. You notice the warmth it creates, not just on the stone around it, but within you. It arrives gradually, spreading without urgency, as if it has all the time it needs. You breathe in. The air feels cool as it enters, then warmer as it leaves. That warmth does not fade when you exhale. It remains steady and reassuring, in and out. The flame does not change much as you watch it. It sways only slightly, responding to the smallest movements of air. There is no struggle in it, no effort. Its light rests against the stone walls, revealing texture rather than detail. The surface appears softer now, less rigid, as if the warmth has eased it over time. Nothing here feels sharp or demanding. You realize that the warmth you feel is not coming only from the candle. It is rising gently from within you as well, a quiet comfort that requires no explanation. It is not excitement, not emotion, just a sense of being held. Your body responds naturally. Your chest expands with ease. Your breathing slows further, lengthening without direction. In and out. The space no longer feels large or small. Those ideas have softened and slipped away. There is simply room. Enough room to rest, enough room to let go. Thoughts pass through occasionally, but they do not stay. They drift across your awareness like shadows moving along the wall, fading as quickly as they appear. You do not need to follow them. You do not need to understand them. The candle remains steady, unchanged by time or attention. It does not measure how long it has been burning. It does not anticipate what comes next. You allow yourself to mirror that same stillness. Your breath becomes deeper now, fuller. Each inhale feels complete. Each exhale feels unburdened. In and out. The warmth within you settles lower, spreading through your shoulders, your arms, your hands. Your fingers loosen slightly. Your posture softens without collapsing. You feel supported by the stone beneath you and the quiet around you. Nothing presses in, nothing pulls away. The flame seems softer now, less distinct, as though it is slowly merging with the surrounding darkness. It remains present, but it no longer asks for focus. You do not need to keep it in sight. Your awareness turns inward, toward sensation rather than image, toward breath rather than thought, toward rest rather than attention. In and out. The warmth continues to glow quietly inside you, independent of the candle now. It does not flicker. It does not fade. The space remains calm and unchanged. The stone holds the silence. The night outside feels distant, irrelevant. You are no longer waiting for anything. There is no sense of arrival or departure. Only the gentle continuation of breath and warmth. As the flame becomes less distinct in your awareness, the quiet deepens further. The edges of the space soften completely, dissolving into stillness. You remain held here, comfortably and completely, as the warmth settles into something steady and familiar, a quiet readiness for rest, asking nothing more from you at all. You no longer need to keep your eyes on the flame. Its presence remains, steady and quiet, even as your attention drifts away from it. The warmth it offered has already settled within you, gentle and complete. You breathe naturally now, without noticing the shape of each breath. There is no need to guide it, no need to slow it or deepen it. In and out. The stone around you remains unchanged, calm, supportive, and still. It does not require awareness. It does not respond to thought. It simply holds the quiet, allowing everything else to soften. The candle continues to burn somewhere nearby, but it no longer needs to be seen. Its light has done what it needed to do. There is nothing left to tend. Your body feels heavier now, resting more fully into stillness. Muscles remain loose. Your jaw stays relaxed. Your breath moves on its own, steady and unforced. Thoughts no longer arrive with shape or direction. If anything appears, it fades quickly, like a shadow passing across stone. Nothing stays long enough to matter. You are not waiting. You are not finishing anything. This moment does not lead anywhere else. The space around you feels distant now, as though it has gently stepped back. The chapel, the stone, the flame, all of it becomes softer, less defined, less necessary. There is nothing left to hold. Your awareness narrows naturally, settling into a simple sense of rest. Breath continues. Warmth remains. You are allowed to let go completely. There is nothing more to notice, nothing more to follow, nothing more to keep. And as the quiet continues, steady and unchanged, you drift gently into rest, held by stillness, with the flame burning on, without needing your attention anymore.